Welcome to my channel Anime Land, a channel specializing in analyzing characters in the One Piece movie series. Oni or demon is a common word in Japanese to refer to creatures such as beasts, beastmen, usually yokai with an aggressive, fierce appearance. A subject used by Japanese literature and art to exploit, Oni has a multitude of differences, but they all share common characteristics such as a fierce, hideous appearance, claws and sharp horns on their heads. They usually wear a tiger skin and hold a kanabu in their hands. If you find the above descriptions familiar, that's not wrong. That is the character known as the strongest creature in the world, reigning on the island of Onigashima, one of the four mighty Yonko, the captain of the Kaido Beast Pirates. Without further ado, let's learn about Kaido Beast in today's video with Anime Land. The Beast Kaido is commonly known as the strongest creature in the world. He is the captain of the Beast Pirates and was once one of the four Yonko to rule the New World, before suffering defeat to Luffy. He was a member of the legendary Rocks Pirates, along with Whitebeard and Big Mom, before the crew was defeated. Since then, Kaido formed his own pirate crew, quickly rising to become one of the four most powerful people to rule the second half of the Grand Line. Some interesting facts that few people know about Kaido: with his appearance and weapons, many people will associate the image of Oni in Japanese culture. However, do you know, the name Kaido is derived from Kintaro, also known as Sakata no Kintoki, another national hero in Japanese mythology. Kaido is a middle-aged man, with a muscular body with strong muscles, but because of that, even though he is 710 centimeters tall, at first glance, Kaido still looks quite short compared to an average person. Often similar to the Oni of Japanese legend, Kaido possesses a pair of large grayish-white horns that grow from the side slightly curved forward. His expression is always in a state of anger, with a pair of sharp, bloodshot eyes, creating an extremely fierce and scary face. On the right side of Kaido's stomach there is a special large X-shaped scar given to him by Kazuki Oden, and Zoro later carves another scar on Kaido's chest, running along the top of his old scar. Besides, Kaido possesses a shape like orange reptile scales, running from the left chest to the bottom of the wrist. Kaido was born on the Grand Line 59 years before the series. He lived and grew up in the Vodka Kingdom, which was targeted by the world government to make them part of him. Right from the age of 10, Kaido was considered the strongest soldier in the kingdom. Only 3 years later Kaido was sold by the king to the Marines in exchange for the right to participate in the next level. However, he escaped and received an extremely high bounty at that time of 70 million berry. 20 years later, at the age of 15, Kaido was invited by Edward Newgate to become a member of the legendary Rocks Pirates, under the leadership of Captain Rock D. Zebek. When he joined the Rock Band as an apprentice, he formed a close relationship with his companion, Charlotte Linlin. After the Rocks disbanded at the event in God Valley, when clashing with Gold G. Roger and Monkey D. Garp, the legendary pirate crew officially disbanded. At that time Linlin gave him a gift of the Uo Uo no Mi fruit, the model Surayu, becoming a favor that Big Mom would later refer to as a debt that Kaido still has not paid to her. During my journey to Ba at sea, Kaido was defeated only 7 times and captured 18 times by the Navy and other parties. During one of those arrests, Kaido became an important part of Vegapunk's research at Punk Hazard, with the aim of purpose of recreating the Uo Uo no Mi model, Surayu. After some time, Kaido escaped from the research facility and met a Lunarian boy named Albert, who was also captured for experiments. Kaido freed the boy and recruited him as his right-hand man, later known as a member of the disaster trio known as the Fire King. After Roger's death, the era of pirates was opened, and it was also the time of the rise of new powerful pirates. Kaido, Big Mom, Shank and Whitebeard have become the Yonko, the four most powerful pirates in the New World. Some 28 years before the series began, Kurazumi Higurashi approached Kaido with an offer of territory, to build a weapon factory, with the aim of strengthening the pirate crew's military power. Kaido accepted this deal and brought the beast's pirates over to Wano Nation. After Orochi Kurizumi ascends the shogun throne as previously agreed, Kaido will act as Orochi's protector in exchange for the right to use weapons from the Wano Nation. During this time period, Kaido reincarnated a daughter named Yamato. Ironically, she wants to become Oden, whom Kaido confronts when he intends to kill Orochi and perform a trick of the century. Specifically, Kaido and Orochi made an agreement: if Oden dances naked in the flower capital once a week, the people will be at peace and the Zoo gang will also withdraw from Wano in 5 years. Eventually ended in exchange for Oden's death, the 9 Reds were separated for more than 20 years. Momonosuke and his younger sister Hiyori suffered from the loss of their father, mother, and separation. During the 5-year period when Oden was tricked, Kaido had a small encounter with Gecko Moria in the Ringo region of the Wano Nation and defeated him. Although the exact scale of the war is unknown, the entire crew of Moria was wiped out. Since then he has held a grudge against Kaido to this day. While stationed in the country of Wano, Kaido began to cooperate with the emperor of the Shichibukai Doflamingo and the scientist Caesar Clown to create a powerful army, possessing Zoan-type devil fruit powers through the Smile Fruit. Around the time when the Marineford Summit was taking place, Kaido and King tried to attack the Whitebeard crew that were on their way to save Ace. However, he was stopped by Shank before he could reach Whitebeard. After Whitebeard died, Kaido got bored and decided to go to Balon Termino to commit suicide by jumping 10,000 meters. However, upon landing he only had a slight headache and was confronted by the Kid Alliance, Apu and Hawkins. Kaido asked them to join but only Hawkins surrendered. While the Kid gang decided to fight and were taken prisoner in Wano Country. Finally, until recent developments in the country of Wano, the rebellion of the samurai and the alliance between Luffy, Law and the cooperation of the Kid pirates created a global earthquake too. Yonko Big Mom and Kaido allied themselves and were both defeated by members of the worst generation, leading to the collapse of the old generation and opening a new era with new emperors: Blackbeard, Shank, Buggy and Monkey D. Luffy. Kaido is known to be a powerful pirate, notorious for being ruthless, belligerent and extremely confident in himself. Kaido's childhood was associated with constant war. Since that formed in Kaido a habit of fighting, he just wanted to fight endlessly. Kaido always considered the battlefield a sacred place and any impact with a war is unjust, for depriving it of its sanctity. This was shown in his battle with Oden due to Higarashi's influence, which resulted in him having an incomplete battle with his opponent. Make Kaido very angry. Similar situation happened to Luffy. Agent CP-0 Guernica suddenly appeared and locked Luffy's hand, helping Kaido defeat the captain with the straw hat. Kaido was desperate when he remembered his past image with Oden and brutally attacked Guernica. Because of this, Kaido has always had the ambition to create a war on a huge scale, against the ruling power of the world. That's why Kaido is constantly recruiting the strongest members of the new generation, like the Supernova's Kid, Apu, X-Drake, Hawkins and even Luffy. Although a man of war, Kaido is a very pragmatic and wise man, as he always avoids battles that can devastate his forces and territory. For example, when Big Mom was about to invade Wano, fearing that it would turn into a big war, Kaido ordered his subordinates to prevent the 4th Emperor and her son from entering Wano. Often transported back to the past, Kaido also agreed with Orochi to trick Oden to give himself time to strengthen the army. Not only bears the same appearance as Oni, Kaido also possesses an extremely barbaric and brutal personality, which is shown through the very point of view of using power to rule others through fear and intimidation. As a warning to set an example for those who do not listen to me. Kaido's brutality does not spare anyone, even children. Right after killing Kazuki Oden, he insulted Oden in front of Momonosuke and brutally beat him. In addition, upon learning of Speed's betrayal, Kaido attacked both Tama and Speed mercilessly. Or feel excited when Yasui is executed by Orochi. Even his daughter, Yamato, was beaten and starved to death. Plus an endless power that makes Kaido always believe in it and consider himself an invincible person. Supernovas in his eyes are just a bunch of children. People like Kid or Luffy don't deserve to possess the power strength of the Emperor. Even when faced with someone of equal strength, Big Mom, Kaido doesn't seem to see her as an obstacle and threatens to kill her when the Yonko tries to invade his territory. Kaido's confidence in strength is so great that it turns into arrogance, when he willingly takes his opponent's direct attack just to test their strength and treat it as his own pleasure. Kaido's confidence in strength is so great that it turns into arrogance, when he willingly takes his opponent's direct attack just to test their strength and treat it as his own pleasure. Or create opportunities for subordinates to be promoted, as long as they prove their own strength. Another case is that Jack even lost to Nekomamushi and Inuyasha in Sulong form, but Kaido still forgave him, because he knew that Jack is not weak, it's because his enemies are too strong. With a bounty of 4,611,100,000 berry, the highest wanted level after only two legends, Roger and Whitebeard. With only the wanted number, it shows the danger of this Hong predicate. Physically, regardless of the ability of the Zoan fruit, Kaido possesses an unmatched physicality. With just one swing of Kanabo with one hand powerful enough from the blow to defeat Luffy in Gear 4 easily, even Sengoku once said, even as an apprentice on the rocks, Kaido can win respect from other crew members with just his basic strength. Iron Bronze is probably still too mild an adjective to describe the strength of the strongest creature in the world. 18 times captured and tortured, 40 times tried to execute, every weapon of execution was broken when used for Kaido. Jumping from 10,000 meters from Sky Island with only a headache, it's even his hobby. Kaido's only wound on his body prior to Wano's battle could only be inflicted by Kazuki Oden, the legendary samurai of the Wano Country with Enma and Enma no Hakabari, also leaving only a scar on the creature's body strongest in the world. All show that Kaido's above title is indeed Hugh Dan, worthy of the stature of an emperor who ruled the second half of Dai Hai Trin. Extraordinary physical strength plus the ability from the mythical Zoan fruit Uo no Mi, model, Sirayu, a dragon, a creature known as the guardian god of the Orient, representing the power and symbol of spring. In beast form, Kaido is covered with a blue scale that greatly increases his natural durability. In hybrid form, Kaido is enhanced with speed, agility, resilience, physical strength increased beyond more than before. Due to inheriting the power of mythical creatures, Kaido is able to create clouds of fire, allowing him to fly in the air. In addition, they can be used to lift other objects. Kaido used it to lift the whole island of Onigashima into the capital of China to carry out his plot. Kaido's breath can now create a blast of fire that deals destructive damage with a huge range. In addition, Kaido can also launch lightning bolts or sharp wind blades to attack opponents. Of course, a Yonko who reigns over the world, Haki is an indispensable thing in Kaido's combat skill set. He is one of the few people who can use all three types of Conqueror, armament, and observation. With Conqueror Haki, Kaido wields it extremely well, being able to channel it and in attack's mine. Hasaikai, a destructive move with Conqueror Haki, is so powerful that it can take down powerful pirates like Luffy, Zoro, or Law with just 1 or 2 hits. Armed Haki is also used by Kaido very well and skillfully, however we often see him using Conqueror Haki in combat, with the Haki armed with Kaido's enhanced Kanabo allowing attacks against enemies keep the distance right. But the power is not reduced. Combined with the coating of Haki Conqueror to weapons, KO is really a monster on the battlefield that few can compete. Lastly is Observation Haki, which has also been shown to be very skilled, allowing Kaido to see the future for a short period of time, dodging the powerful blows of Luffy's attacks in Snakeman form. Up until now, during the war in the New World, through many strong opponents from the Emperor of the Shichibukai Doflamingo, to the encounter with the Big Mom gang in the Island of Cake. But perhaps there is no opponent worthy of Luffy's name like Kaido. To become an obstacle on his journey to the throne, Oda created an impossible opponent, raising the value of Luffy worthy of his throne. In the video there may be some mistakes, or inappropriate comments. You can leave your comments in the comments section below. If you find it interesting, remember to leave a like and a share to support them. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the following videos. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next videos.